Hello, everyone. I've been out and haven't updated in one, technically 2 days, but one day, just because I don't do anything too interesting on Sundays. Sundays are supposed to be relaxed days, but it's been something, and it's been for the better, which is good. This is journal entry, I believe 54, November 18th, 2024. This is going to include Saturday, and I will give an update on Sunday, because it kind of pertains into what happens today and moving forward with these videos. And this is completely something I've thought of just because I've noticed that health-wise, mental health, doing this, it works out. Mentally, I feel like I'm doing slightly better and I'm keeping myself sane. But this break that I've had really shed some light on kind of what I've been doing, and I've had time to think, which is very important. So starting off Saturday, DoorDash, all that stuff. Again, I haven't really worked because I've been on vacation Thursday, Friday. So Saturday, DoorDash, it was pretty good. A lot of things are going on there. It was a simple DoorDash. But I was in areas that I'm usually not in. And that's Fountain Hills. So had a lot of Pizza Hut deliveries from Fountain Hills, which is pretty interesting. A lot of back and forth, which is really nice. I would say the only downside that entire time is I had a delivery on the reservation. No, this isn't like the Hopi or Navajo res. It was still an Indian or Native American reservation, but I couldn't help but put any and all kind of superstition and stories into my mind that night. Mainly due to it being very rural and out in the, well, pretty much out of any kind of city or any other like living facility other than houses. And each house is probably like a quarter of a mile apart from each other. That's how it felt like. It was around 9 o'clock. So it was starting to get towards midnight. And it was a full moon on Saturday. So my imagination was just going wild, and me knowing superstitions. Yeah, no, that didn't help. I did have fun with that delivery though, but this also creeped me out where the entire time I was driving on the res, I had to lock my doors. Both when I got, both while I was driving as well as while I was like stepping out of my car to hand the food over to the customer. I had to lock my car because it was just creepy. But I took the GPS, it routed me to some back roads, and these are dirt and unkept roads. So there was overgrown grass on it. The dirt roads had divots and potholes in it, which are pretty normal. And the trees were very overgrown, where a lot of times it's going to be scratching paint pretty much every single time you go forward, you're scratching paint. So that's really what creeped me out. It was pretty much by myself in a dirt road, and if something happened, either puncture or whatever, it would freak me the fuck out. But no, as you can see, I'm here, I'm safe, but that, yeah, that really did scare me a bit. Yeah. During that time, because it was a dirt road, I'm lucky to have the vehicle I have, which is an Outback, which is raised, and it does well with stuff with a road like that. Because the entire, I would say the entire time, but every once in a while, I would hear, or I would have to go over some tall grass, or like some pretty. It's not like gigantic rocks, but it was just some pretty big rocks in the middle of the road, and I could just hear, or pretty much thuds every single time I go over them. And I'm going like slowly. I'm going 25 miles per hour, even down to 15 at times. I'm just hearing thuds on the underplate of my car, underbelly of my car. So I, if it was any lower, I know I'd be scraping just because some of those divots, some of those potholes were actually pretty big, and it would rock the car kind of and dip it kind of low. So very happy about that. So that was my Saturday. It was definitely interesting because of that, and it's memorable because of that. My Sunday was actually what is the main reason why I'm bringing this up, and is going to be changing a lot of stuff. Sunday, I went hiking with some friends, and it really cleared up a lot of stuff in my mind and gave me a lot of time to think. It was a great hike. It was National Hiking Day, and it was an easy trail, giving me a lot of boost in confidence. But one thing I did know at the end, after we talked, after all of that, getting updated, after I got home, I noticed how exhausted I was. I know I'm pretty tired after I get home, so all of these are kind of like no energy, or if it is, it just doesn't seem right to me. But I fell asleep and I was just out for most of the day. So my Sunday I didn't really have much. So that got me thinking. I'm going to be reducing these journal updates, so I'm only going to be uploading 3 times. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So that means I'm no longer going to be doing Saturdays. Just because, if anything, it's just going to be a DoorDash update, so all that. I'm also going to pretty much start from zero. What I mean by that is all the videos coming forward after this one is going to have a little bit more time and effort put into it. I want to start back on some projects and some pretty much what I went to school for, which is editing. So I'm going to start learning those all over again. So gonna have to learn the basics and start from there. And you guys are going to be on the journey with me. Of course, because this is going to be a journey of learning. I'm not really going to do much in terms of story. It will most likely be edits that I hope are not going to be noticeable unless I make it very obvious. And other than that, all the other content, like the relaxing in Minecraft, is going to stay the same if the day gets too tough. And I need to tone down and relax a little bit. So that's going to stay the same. I will include one more type of video because I've noticed that I've gotten very short-tempered recently, which to my friends, hopefully I haven't been short with them, but definitely to the patients who I take care of at my workplace, I definitely do apologize to them for this, but I've definitely gotten a lot more short-tempered, a lot more reactive than proactive, and I've gotten a little bit meaner. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do I'm going to add a few things. The first one is relieving stress through violence, which is all about me playing very violent games to relieve that. It doesn't matter if I die or not, or what the outcome is, as long as I get all this pent up frustration and anger out. That's going to be my best outlet at the moment. The number one outlet is definitely going to go to the range, but I can't do that right now. And then the other one is playing a little bit more video games, not the competitive ones, not the multiplayer ones, though I will be playing those just because they are pretty fun if you play it with friends, or if it's a game that you know 100% and like can do somewhat decent on. So those are going to be sprinkled in there every once in a while. But what I'm talking about is story-driven stuff. So if it's an on-rail, very straightforward game like Mass Effect, Warhammer, what else? Freaking, what is it? I forgot the name. It's like Death of the Outsider, Dishonored. That's the game. So stuff like that. I will be playing every once in a while, and hopefully the gameplay is good enough to be uploaded, and hopefully the colors I am able to make more vibrant and pretty much better. Yes, the light did just dim, so it is starting to die on me. But I think that should be it. This is long enough. DoorDash, last update is DoorDash today was actually pretty good. If I didn't start at 5 and instead started a little bit later at my normal time, 6 p.m., I definitely would not have gotten the same amount I did today. But great interactions. I had one guy that was like, "What the fuck? Who are you?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm the DoorDash you guys ordered." All that stuff, but nothing negative today. So I think that's it. I will see everyone later, and I hope everyone has a good night, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and I will see you guys on Wednesday, or next upload is on Wednesday. Have a good one.